stunning when it comes to the stand-up.
This bout means everything for me. He's the longest reigning bantamweight champion.
The most dominant champion in one history.
Kung matatalo ko si Bibiano, yun yung parang ako yung papalit sa position niya.
I faced a lot of tough guys in my life, and Kev is a tough guy. He's a good athlete. The way he fights is very explosion, power.
Bibiano is a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. I'll put the fight on stand-up. Doon na lang sa striking kasi alam na natin na doon tayo mas lamang.
I can knock you out, I can choke you, and I can finish you. The best thing you have is right hand.
What do I have? Knockout power.
I know you think you can beat me, but I promise it's not gonna be easy. I gonna give you a hard time.
This is my time to shine. Bibiano, I respect you as a fighter, but I don't fear you.
Get ready for challenge.
Boom! What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Tuesday night. It's still November the 6th. We're here for the Heart of the Lion One Championship press conference, and joining me live on the air, we got Kevin from Chicago here to react to this press conference with us. Kevin, how the hell are you doing?
Yolo Vato Cinco Yo-Yo. What's up? Let's check this press conference out.
Quattro Uno would be my 541 area code. There we go.
Yeah, that's the best I know.
Yeah, guys, we're getting the delays over here. It was supposed to start at 11. Supposed to start at 11:30 Pacific time is what I'm telling you. And now it's 11:45. We're sitting here waiting. But who gives a shit? Why not wait and discuss some UFC 230 right here with my man Kevin. And I got the card pulled up here while we wait. But real quick teaser, is One Championship going to announce a bunch of Grand Prix? Is that what's going to go down here? Is that their big fucking announcement? Because that's a lot better than One Championship signing an esports deal, which got released earlier today. Not sure if that's the big news I'm looking out for. But real quick in the chat, Drunk Savage, what's up? Shout out to you, Kenshiro Ryu, BLT, Evil Stewie, and Kevin. As far as UFC 230, while we stall and buy ourselves some time here, what has got you most fired up? What do you want to talk about?
Let's start with the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Cormier. Yeah, looked just how I thought he would. Took him down and didn't let him rest. Beat him up. Made Derek move. He didn't just let him lay flat on his back like he likes to do. He likes to just stall flat on his back and no one makes him pay for it. Daniel Cormier actually made him pay for it. Beat him up. Then you saw once Derek Lewis was starting getting beat up, getting hammer fisted and stuff, he was forced to move, forced to get back. Once he tried to get up, easily Danny Cormier took his back, sinked in the choke, and really showed the level of talent difference. That's all it took was one good wrestler with some jiu-jitsu would expose Derek Lewis. It was just like if you watched that fight with Verdum versus who's that tall kickboxer? Remember that fight? He armbarred him in like 30 seconds.
You're not talking about Stefan Struve.
No, Walt Harris. Walt Harris.
Okay.
I mean, Walt Harris was on a good run. I think he had back-to-back knockouts. And frickin' Verdum, single leg, dumped him to his back, armbar, 30 seconds. It just shows the... I mean, when you get a good wrestler and grappler that knows what he's doing and puts these brawlers and strikers, put them down on the ground, man, can it show the level, the disparity in talent.
Definitely. I mean, fucking Derek came out himself and said he's not ready for a title shot. And what do you want? Oh, okay, let's throw him right into a title shot. Dude, who was it? Someone in our chat, Kevin, came in here and said, Daniel Cormier, second round submission. And I think about it. I'm going through the scenarios in my head. I was like, okay, take him down first round, get him real tired. Second round submission. Makes a ton of sense. He'll give up his back or some shit like that. And that's exactly what happened, man. Exactly what happened.
Yep, totally predictable. I mean, if Derek Lewis was facing, let's see.
Hold on, real quick. I think I know where you're going with this. Before this fight happened, I was like, hey, this fight's awesome and all. But you know what I really want to see? I want to see Derek Lewis and Anthony Johnson go on to the Joe Rogan podcast and have a fucking smoke off. And after that, they got to go fight. And we'll see who wins both. And fucking, what do you know? It just gets rumored. I guess Anthony Johnson takes to Facebook or some shit. And he's saying he wants to come back. He wants to see Jones beat DC and get that shot at Jones finally. He thinks he's destined to win that shit.
Yep, I saw that. I saw Johnson. First off, I'd love to see that fight. Johnson versus Lewis. I think that's a evenly matched fight. But as far as Johnson coming back, I'm not sure if he's too serious he is with that. Mm-hmm. He's definitely trying to definitely keep him relevant. Got a bunch of headlines. Who do you think? Do you think he would come back and fight? I mean, it looks like he's enjoying the retired life. He's huge now, and I just don't think he would want to come back. I think he's burnt out.
I think he would. I think the money in MMA is skyrocketing. UFC's trying to get a bunch of people to come back, and they're holding out for more money. Everyone sees the amount of money that people are making out there. And, man, I just heard other news today. I guess I'll wait because I'm going on too many tangents. But there's a lot of money to be made out there, man, by different promotions. And if the UFC doesn't want to pay, people are just sitting out. And now all of a sudden, I don't know, they're getting free of their contracts and all types of shit. I think Anthony Johnson does want to fight. He's going to come back at heavyweight. But for the title reign, no. For awesome matchups and just great fights, I'm all down for it. I just don't know why everyone gets caught up in this whole title reign thing, man. I'm kind of with the Diaz bros and shit. I think you can make excellent fights with just different guys and just market it right. This guy's a KO master. What's he going to do? And, yeah, I don't know. If you don't put him up against, like, a Curtis Blades, though. You're not going to bring him back and match him up against Curtis Blades to get wrestle hum.
Yeah, that's a terrible matchup. Yeah, I'd like to see it. I'd definitely like to see it. I just feel like I think he's got, like, a big weed business or something. I'm just not too sure I'm not too sure he's up for it. I guess a fight, because Cormier, he's going to be retired soon. I think he's done. And I don't see John Jones going to heavyweight if Cormier retires. And I think the only fight he wants to come back for is a John Jones fight. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. But maybe we'll see. I don't know. Maybe he's selling us wolf tickets too. So I don't know.
Well, Black Beast just lost a little bit of steam. But I would love to see that him versus Anthony Johnson. I think that is an excellent fight for both of them. And whoever wins that, they could just launch right back up there in the heavyweight division. Man, what do you think of Stipe, though? What's up with no one's fucking talking about Stipe? Stipe gets no love from nobody. He's out there waiting on the wings. I guess he had an interview with Ariel. I haven't quite heard it yet. The man isn't feeling the love, though. DC goes straight from this fight on to Brock Lesnar.
Stipe better stay far. Oh, yeah. Stipe better stay far away from Anthony Johnson. That's all I got to say. Because Anthony Johnson might sleep him. I think that's a bad matchup.
Ooh.
Just because Stipe's chin hasn't been the greatest. I feel like he's been rocked in a lot of his fights.
But hold up. That matchup almost makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Each man, their last loss was to DC.
Oh yeah, it's a good fight out there. I'm just saying, Stipe. I think Johnson takes that fight. But as far as I know, Johnson doesn't want to come back for a Stipe fight. He said he only wants to come back for a John Jones fight.
Man, I don't know. I think we just played matchmaker and came up with something awesome. Because how do you launch him into a John Jones fight coming off the shelf, coming out of retirement? And what is he going to do? Just retire after that? He's not going to fight anyone? Is he going to rematch Jones like 2-3 times? Or like what's the plan there? But if you face him versus Stipe, like, this guy's a wrestler, yeah, but you might be able to fucking take him out with them punches. Stipe likes to bang too. He's got good boxing. Man, I don't know. I actually love that. Actually, as we're sitting here, Jones is going to fight New Year's. And so, what? You think Johnson's just going to wait as long as he wants? Because he's already semi-retired right now for Jones? I don't know.
No, he's retired as far as I know.
Would you make that matchup, Jones versus Johnson?
If Cormier retires, and let's say Stipe like loses to Curtis Blades or something, they definitely can make that. They definitely can make that matchup. I don't know. A lot of things got to fall into place for that matchup to take place. So I don't know if the UFC. I mean, we saw the UFC that they're not too high on Stipe. They'll definitely just throw him away, let him sit on the sidelines for all they care. So definitely throwing two big knockout artists, big stand-up fighters, and Jones and Rumble. They'll definitely make that fight. But so far, we don't even know if Jones is fighting at heavyweight. He might become the light heavyweight champ.
That seems very likely. But the weird thing is, okay, he gets past Gus, DC retires or vacates the division. What is there that's massive? There really isn't any. If you said Anthony Johnson versus Jones, or on the other side, Anthony Smith versus Jones, which one gets you more fired up, Kevin?
Oh, definitely Smith versus Jones. Or I mean, Rumble versus Jones, definitely.
See, and it's no knock on Smith. His name value just isn't there yet because he's doing everything right. He's winning all his fights. He's getting all finishes, knockouts in a lot of them, and you just don't got the name value, man. You got to get some more legends under your belt and just keep on chugging along. Unfortunately, his record kind of hurts him, but yeah, that Rumble fight is just, it's exciting. I've got Rumble on my list of like Anderson Silva, Gina Carano, fucking Ronda Rousey, Misha Tate, Nick Diaz. These people that are kind of just hovering out there in the ether, but they still got a big name and a big draw. Oh shit, One Championship's firing up.
You know what? At the same time, I hope they just kind of go on with the division like they're supposed to. Like Anthony Smith versus Blachowicz, and the winner gets the winner Jones versus Gustafsson. I'd like to see that too.
Yeah. All right, Kevin.
You know what I mean?
Over on YouTube, sorry to interrupt, the press conference is going. I see Shotri.
Okay, let's check it out.
He's going. He's talking about martial arts, how it's not about violence. It's about unleashing your greatness in life. It's about honor, respect, dedication, passion.
Kenshiro.
Shotri is laying down the law over here on what martial arts means to Asia. What it means to One Championship. He's up here talking about esports.
Oh, you can't show the press conference?
No, just watch it on YouTube.
Oh, I know I am, but for the people watching.
Yeah, they'll have to react with us. I don't think we can rebroadcast shit. I tried that with the embedded and we got shut down.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he wants to apply their superhero model to the gaming world. partnering with esports and partnering with Demetrius Johnson. It seems like he's trying to build bridges here. Kenshiro says, you can show it. I don't know about that, man.
He's trying to bring in the nerd world, huh?
Say what?
He's trying to bring in the nerd world, the video games and the comic book superhero stuff.
That's big though, man.
That's a big market.
Fuck yeah. Especially like, dude, I don't know. That's a young demographic that you're getting for sure.
Oh yeah.
Chaudhry sounding like a professional inspiration man. Razer Incorporated CEO Tong Ming Liang. So this guy, this eSport guy.
Billy. I'm trying to get this to load. It's not loading. It's buffering.
Shut down the YouTube for this,
conference.
and I'll read the chat to you. Let's go to the chat, though. Chunk Savage says, Jake Paul is calling out Dylan Dennis now for a boxing match. Yeah, how about MMA, Jake Paul? You dumb fucking YouTube man. David Flores says, yo, mini first MMA match versus Manny's first MMA match versus 1FC's Angela Lee, says Kenshiro Ryu. Manny Pacquiao is going to be in 1FC. Say what? So they say I should try turning the audio on. I don't know. Most of you guys got 2 devices, though. I don't know why you want to just listen to this with us. Okay, what's going on? Are we going to talk about these Grand Prix?
Oh, we still got to recap UFC 230.
Well, we'll sprinkle that in. I'll give you an opportunity to talk about your top 3 of the card, Kevin. So, besides the main event, what else were you fired up about? Of course, Weidman and
the
Salsa.
co-main.
Fight of the night. Something that kind of saved the main card out here. This one was a barn burner. And I won't lie. I passed out throughout this pay-per-view and woke up around this fight, and I was just coming back to life. Luckily, this one was a banger going down. So, yeah, what did you think of this one, Kevin?
Man, I thought Chris should have wrestled more. I thought he should have tried to grapple. It seemed like he was afraid to engage on the grappling wise, and he tried to throw blow for blow with Jacare, who's a really heavy-handed, explosive guy. And Weidman definitely looks like, I don't know, those injuries might have caught up to him, man. He's had a lot of injuries, like neck surgery. Then he was out with the hand surgery. I think those surgeries are finally starting to catch up to him. But at the end of the day, I still think there's a lot of good matchups in his favor. Like Adesanya, I favor him against Adesanya all day. I feel like he could take Adesanya down to control him. But if he wants to just kickbox with these guys, stand and trade, that is a terrible... He's not a kickboxer, man. He's a freaking sloppy... He's a sloppy, slow plotty. He's not crisp or anything like that. He's like a slow grappler. He's a wrestler. He's like Ben Askren. I don't know who convinced him that he's some kickboxer trying to jab and point fight like he's Wonder Boy. He's not. He got to be. He's a wrestler. He should have been try to take down Jacare, control him from the top. I mean, we've never even seen Jacare get taken down. All of his submissions are from him taking other people down. And once he gets on top, he likes to use a guillotine like he did on Gegard, or hit a Kimura like he did on Tim Boetsch. And I feel like if he would have took this fight to the ground, he definitely could have got a decision win. But he chose to stand and bang and karate point fight, hitting the jab all night. And man, that knockout was brutal. Hit him right on the temple.
So brutal. And he hits the ground. He has no fucking idea where he is. You can tell. Jacare, a man of great compassion, doesn't want to go in for the kill, and he like has a moment there where he argues with the ref. He's like, "Fuck it, finally, and I'll hit him if that's what you want," and it has to take him out. Some embarrassing shit by Dan Miragliotta, I thought.
It could have got ugly if he would have landed. If Jacare just came down with a straight right on the chin, Wilder would have been an out cold. But yeah, good on Jacare. He knew it.
Just as fucked up, if not more fucked up, than Luke Rockhold was versus Yoel Romero. And he's just out there on the canvas, and here comes Yoel with a fucking uppercut from hell. Go boom! And Luke might not be the same after that. That's what Dan wanted fucking Chris to get hit with, it seems.
Yep, that's a definitely. I think Dan Miragliotta was trying to give Chris every opportunity because he knows how tough Chris is to come back. But when you see the dude, his eyes roll back and he's like, his mouth's open, like, he looks like a zombie. You got to stop that fight. But Kenshiro makes a good point. He said Weidman and his coaches are just not smart, and it's true, man. They're just no way. I mean, Ray Longo, that dude is old as hell. I mean, I feel like he's a good trainer, but you gotta get some more. You gotta get a better striker in there with him, because in Matt Serra, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. While he's really good with the jiu-jitsu game, they're just dumb. I don't know how else to put it. They're just bad coaches. I mean, I feel like who else lost? Aljamain Sterling got knocked out brutally by Marlon Moraes. El Quinta hasn't been around. His one fight with Khabib, he got mauled for 5 rounds. I think Chris Weidman should be trying to change camps to fire him, because I don't even know what his training partners look like. Who does he fight with? Slow, plotting Gian Vellante, who just went to a split decision with that Herman dude. He's got to get some better training partners. I think he's got to get some better coaches, because he has. Otherwise, he might just have to call it a day, because he didn't look good in his last fight. A lot of people were saying like, "Oh, he looked so good. He was winning that fight." I mean, I didn't see it. I said he was winning the first round, backpedaling the whole fight. I think he won the first round, barely squeaked that out. The second round, I gave it to Jacare. He was coming on hard, pressing forward with the body. I mean, you saw those body shots. They're definitely doing damage. He could lie in the corner and say he could lie and say they did nothing. Oh, they didn't hurt, but they were definitely hurting. And they caught up to him in the third round, as you saw that body shot to the liver, and then Jacare came right over the top with the right hand, caught him on the temple, knocked him out cold. But this all could have been avoided if he would just put Jacare against the cage and try to ground him out a little bit, try to grind him out. Because he's not a kickboxer, he's not a striker. He's had some decent knockout wins in his career, but that's about. He's not going to knock out. I don't know. He should have went back to what got him there, his wrestling. But he's afraid. You think he was afraid of Jacare's jiu-jitsu? Like, oh man, I don't want to engage with this dude.
Yeah. All right. Well, Eddie Alvarez, another man from the Northeast, just got announced over here at the press conference. They need to jack up his volume, though. What the fuck?
Yep.
He's talking about how he grew up fighting in Asia.
Oh yeah.
Man, these guys, they really seem fucking stoked to be out of the UFC and just the shenanigans that goes down there. Man, people joke around, but someone tweeted it. I forget who said what. Oh, it was DJ himself. He said, you know what? The UFC could make that Catch Me Outside girl could come in and be a big draw in the UFC. That's what they're after. And he was totally right. And from that statement, he moves on to one championship where they just got a totally different mentality. But man, I love all these acquisitions that are going on. This is game changing.
Who said that? Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez said who could the UFC. He wants to bring in that Catch Me Outside girl.
No, one DJ said that. He said that Catch Me Outside girl in the UFC would be a good fit. That's the kind of people they like to promote. And he's totally right. They're just all about that fucking controversy bullshit. They can't promote a guy, nice clean cut guy. They had Stipe, couldn't do it. Had DJ, couldn't do it. Oh, now we're gonna go to DJ over here. All right, this announcer's going a little crazy. He's way louder than all the other people. DJ's checking out all his photos. They made a little montage for him, and it's kind of like they just went through their Instagrams.
Totally.
He's never seen a press conference like this before. Never seen a CEO speak that highly of his athletes. Thanks to Matt Hume, his father figure. His 7 years in America are over. It's time to begin the World Ass Whooping Tour. Do you think DJ loses again in the next 2 years, Kevin?
Not if he fights. No, I think he cleans shop in ONE FC.
You think they'll ever do a super fight, cross promotion, however it goes down, with Kyoichi or Horiguchi?
Now that I would love to see, but I still see him beating. I still see DJ beating him, but I would love to see a cross promotion with them and Risen.
I don't know how likely a cross promotion is. Oh shit, let's go back here. All right, guys, they're introducing the gentleman, the Underground King, the greatest pound for pound of all time, in DJ and Eddie, and they haven't even gone on to tell you about the World Grand Prix that they got planned. Chatri accidentally or whatever posted it to Instagram already, though. The Maximum Power on Twitter was the first to let me know about that with the first post they got posted and deleted. And then right around 7, he posted again. Or I'm sorry, 11 Pacific time, about an hour ago. Where's Sage? Good question. A lot of people saying, oh, Sage is signed. Sage is signed. To me, this is like a college bring you in to come check it out. You got to come watch an event. We'll treat you like a king for a little bit. Try and, wine you and dine you.
Yep, I agree there. Mighty Mouse just got done talking.
Yep, now they're showing some other guy. Kazuki Takazun. I'm sorry. Where's Sage? BLT said that too. That's who I'm all here for. Dude, you know what's nuts? To me, for the longest time, Sage had like this Artem mentality. Like everyone loved him, but to me, he just wasn't that great. I went and saw him live in Boise, and he got one of the biggest pops of the crowd of the night. It blew my mind, Kevin.
Oh, I'm not surprised. He's a star big time.
Mm-hmm.
UFC does not want to let him go. I remember Joe was saying, should we trade Sage Northcutt for AJ McKee? And I'm thinking, no way. I like Sage Northcutt. I think he's got a future star written all over him.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to work on that ground game, work on that wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and I think he's definitely potential.
Wait.
There was the one where he knocked him out, right? He got a knockout win against forget who he's fighting, but he got a pretty good knockout with hammer fist or something, right?
Who are you talking about?
Sage Northcutt in Boise.
Oh, yeah, I think he did. Real quick, they are letting us know about Christian Lee, and he was his opponent, I think, is who we were just talking about. That's the fill-in fight for Angela Lee. Angela Lee was supposed to fight in a super fight versus Zhang, the 100 and whatever, 15-pound, 25-pound champ. But Angela Lee got injured. Her back's fucked up. Couldn't clear medicals. Her brother Christian steps in Singapore to try and pull in some tickets. What were we just talking about, Kevin? Sage Northcutt.
Sage.
Yeah, man,
Sage.
This is a crazy time, but props to Sage because he's a free agent, and he not only went through that period, he went through the exclusive UFC matching time, or whatever, and now he's out there shopping around getting bits. This doesn't mean he's not going to go back to UFC. He's just going to figure out what he's worth.
Yup, I agree. I mean, he's all about the money too. I'm surprised. I thought he would definitely want to stick with the UFC so he can try to make it to the top. But I think he's shopping around. He's like, man, if I can go get paid somewhere else, he's like, screw it.
Man, one would sure be a crazy fit for him, though. The Asians always love bringing in the Americans, whether you're white or black or whatever. Sage is a crazy karate man. That's his style. And they would definitely love that. And he wouldn't face the top-notch wrestling. It seemed like it would be, for a career path, a pretty good move for him.
Oh, I agree. I think it would definitely be good, but I want to see him test himself against the best UFC fighters. I think he's capable of it. You know, I don't know who's him versus Eddie Alvarez. That's a good fight. I'd like to see that. But besides that, I mean, I don't even know any 155-pounders out there or 170-pounders out there for him.
Well, luckily,
in ONE FC,
it's looking like they're going to do an 8-man World Grand Prix at lightweight. Maybe Sage can have one of them spots. I know there's a lot of guys in one that are getting slotted in there. Edward Folo-Yang, probably, I don't know, Yves Ting. Definitely Shinya Aoki is going to be in that. Eddie Alvarez. Those guys are probably going to be on opposite sides of the bracket. Or one of the first matchups. They'll be like, okay, let's get this rematch over with, because usually tournaments don't go your way. You don't get the matchups that you like, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Eddie and Shinya Aoki, though, that's going to be some madness whenever that goes down. If you're one, do you make that the first round matchup of the tournament, or do you try and slot them into different brackets and work their way towards facing each other? What would you do, knowing how it usually works out? What do you think, Kevin?
I think. You mean the seeding?
Yeah. So, if it's 1 through 8 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not.
Are you gonna make it so
I'm not
Eddie
sure how
and
they're gonna
Shinya
set that up.
are on 1 and 2, and they're on the other opposite sides?
I mean, that's literally the only guys I know is Eddie Alvarez and Shinya Aoki. I don't even know who's the third, who's like the third and fourth ranked fighter over there.
Hmm.
Do you know?
Edward Folo Yang, and I think he's from Thailand. He's got a big name. I think he just beat Eve Ting, who also had a pretty big name, so he's out. I think there's a guy named Amir Khan out there who's pretty good. I can't remember if he's 155 though, or lightweight. Yeah, there's a few guys I know out here in that division, but that's the thing. If they've got 3 guys that you know, and you put them in a 8-man tournament, then you basically got to keep them all apart so you can build names off of them, right?
Oh yeah, Eddie Alvarez is definitely the number 1 seed, and I think Shinya Aoki the number 2 seed, and they'll probably fight in the finals. See, that's how that goes. Definitely.
Damn, would you put Super Sage up against Shinya Aoki, the crazy grappler? I don't think you'd do that.
Oh, Sage would destroy him.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Oh my god, alright, now I gotta see it. I fucking have to see it. Because I was thinking the exact opposite. I was thinking Shinya Aoki is going to destroy Sage. He's going to fucking take him down and choke him or rip a limb off.
No way, Sage is too strong for him. Shinya Aoki's getting old. I don't...
Alright, I have to see
I think Sage would be...
now. Come on, Sage. Come on over to one championship, bro.
Oh, I love to see it, man. Dude is strong and explosive. And he puts on entertaining, excited fights. I love to see it. I think Eddie Alvarez versus Sage Northcutt, that's a good fight. I think that's the most competitive fight they can make over there if Sage did do that.
Well, you would want that as like a semifinal or a quarterfinal? Oh shit. Sage is true 170 pounder now, says Kenshiro Ryu. Ken, I wouldn't quite agree. I would say he's a 165er. Kevin, you still there? Kevin, you should hang up, call back. Eddie would kill Sage right now. DJ talking about how
all right, I'm back.
In America, they could only sell controversy, and that's not what he's about. He can't fake it. He wasn't going to fake it, and so he loves what Shatri's doing here. He's been watching his partner, Bibiano Fernandez, and how their career paths have gone, and how well he's been getting treated over there. Loves it. Over in Asia, you guys truly appreciate martial arts, is what DJ's saying. Do you agree?
He's sucking up. He's sucking up. I truly appreciate it. There's a lot of people that truly appreciate it. I mean, I think that's all overblown. I mean, you saw what Pride was doing. Pride was putting on circus fights with Bob Sapp. So that whole, the Asians, they really, the culture and blah, blah, blah. They like the circus just as much as the Americans.
No, not. It's not an argument that they don't love the circus. They just don't have to sell this whole controversial bullshit. I think that's more what he was saying. Man,
I agree with you.
Pride in Asia, they mastered the circus. I don't think they ever ran away from that. Because who fought for one? Renzo Gracie just fought. He's old as fuck.
Oh, I thought that's what he meant.
Fight.
Well, I mean, I thought what DJ was saying is like the kind of keep it like a purely competition wise, purely from a competition. May the best man win. I thought that's what he was saying, but he's talking more of the drama, like no drama, and just so I don't know. There's two arguments there.
He has said what you're talking about though on like the Hawani show. He was getting deep into that. He even went as far to say, "Yo, if you enjoy the blood while drinking a fucking nice tall can of beer, then this ain't for you." And I say bullshit. If you enjoy that in the morning time, then by all means jump on that shit and watch some one, because there's nothing the matter with that.
I think Mighty Mouse is bitter because he was never able to be a star. He was never able to be a draw. So he's like, I don't know. I think that's mainly due to the competition he's faced. He hasn't had a good dance partner.
Yeah, and we got our stream getting interrupted right now. What the fuck, one? Come on, man. In other news, bro. Hold on, let me pull this up here for everybody. Cain Velasquez is for sale? What? Okay, so if you listen to Submission Radio, you'll hear an interview with AKA Hav. Go check him out on Instagram and Twitter. Javier Mendez, the coach over at AKA, he lets it be known that Cain wants to fight. Cain wants to come back. And he's even heard as much as Cain's contract is for sale, quote unquote. They are shopping for it, collecting bids, or I don't know. So is this a cash only deal? Are you guys accepting trades? Might be something that Scott Coker would ask. This is weird though, man, because at one point in time, you're not legally able to go to, like, if you're under contract as a fighter to another promotion, but now you can go promotion and start some conversations. What do you think of this, man? Cain Velasquez, previous UFC champion, is maybe going to be a free agent? Kevin?
Oh, he's still under contract, ain't he?
Yeah, but they literally are saying... I've heard rumors of people's contracts can get bought out, right? You know, boxing, whatever. I think it's happened. I don't think it's really ever happened in MMA, though. No one's bought out a contract until UFC's getting ready to get rid of 125-pound division. They're like, let's keep some residual value here. Trades away DJ for Ben Askren, who were both going to be under some contract dispute shit. Some revolutionary stuff there. Now, I think WME is looking at all of these fighters that the UFC is just keeping on ice. And they're like, well, what if we don't keep them on ice? What if we sell them? They are looking at value in the company, how the Fertitta brothers did it. They would say, I can't give them to the competition. Fuck that bullshit. Now, Endeavor's saying, well, how much is he worth? And so I think there's a possibility here, man, that they might trade him. Or they might sell him to another promotion.
Oh, I know they don't want to. They definitely don't want to get rid of Cain. Cain's one of the biggest stars. And if he went to Bellator, that would be a big loss. And a big gain for Bellator. I don't think they want to get rid of him. Maybe like for like Vitaly Minakov, maybe that's a trade they might make. Something like that. For a big time, undefeated potential star. For aging Cain. Maybe that's something that we could do, but they better not let him go. That would be a bad move because his comeback is going to be huge. People love Cain, man.
The weird thing is, why don't they see that? Yeah, I agree with you, man. People do love Cain. He's got proud pride right across his chest, dude. Who's getting the fucking Mexican market like, you know, Canelo or whatever in the UFC. This guy is going to be the one that's going to do it. Okay, but why is no one talking about this? This literally came out almost, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. No one's talking about, no MMA media anywhere. There's this weird thing, dude. People think I'm crazy. Endeavor, a.k.a. WME, they are direct competitors with CAA, who is the fucking manager of Cain Velasquez, man. And the same with GSP. These guys are getting treated kind of weirdly. On the same token, TJ Dillashaw is managed by CAA as well. I'm sure he gets treated pretty well. So I'll just throw that in there as kind of the devil's advocate type thing. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I think CAA's got something to do with this. They don't want to do business with him. They literally don't want to give business to their competitor any light, which is nuts. All right, now we got the press conference back. Man, okay, so let's say you're Bellator, though, and it doesn't just have to be a heavyweight. It can be anything. What are you likely to give up for Cain? And don't tell me Vitaly Minakov, dude. That's fucking crazy. That guy's like 21-0, probably the best heavyweight prospect out there. There's no way.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw on Twitter.
Still,
someone said Chandler.
I don't even like discussing trades because it's so hypothetical and it's like too much fantasy draft going on that I feel like this Mighty Mouse and Ben Askren trade, that's a once in a wild trade. Like you're not going to see anything like that for a while, in my opinion.
You could be right, and the possibility of UFC selling to one of their competitors is not very likely. The different time zone thing in the East and the West, I see how that trade actually came to fruition. Yeah.
I mean,
all
dude,
right, so what do you
they
think
can't get rid of Cain.
Him being for sale, though, dude, out of Javi's mouth. That's what he said. They're shopping Cain's contract. This is pretty crazy stuff.
So what was his exact words? He said Cain's on the free market, just trying to find his worth or something like that.
Hold up. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. All right, let's go over to Instagram. I don't know if I can find this as easily as I think. Go over to Instagram and check out Submission Radio. You'll see or hear the exact clip. He said some shit like Cain wants to fight. Cain's trying to fight. Hell, I don't know what's going on. I heard they're trying to shop his contract. That's what he said, is essentially what he said.
You know what it is? Cain's pissed because he's on the sidelines. He hasn't fought. And he probably wants more money. He's probably asking for a bunch of money and then the perfect fight to come back. And UFC's like, no, I don't think so. And so Javier Mendez is like, oh man, UFC doesn't want to do that. Then we're shopping around. We'll go anywhere. We'll go to Bellator. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. It's just gamesmanship. Javier's putting on a front like, Cain's gonna go. We're shopping around. If UFC don't want us, we'll go to Bellator. But he's still under contract, so he's not going anywhere. I think Cain is trying to bargain.
Why does the UFC want to be in the Cain business?
I think Cain's asking probably for a bunch of money. I think that's probably what it comes down to. He's like the Nick Diaz situation where they're probably asking for a shit ton of money.
Man, I don't ever think that's a bad thing. I think everyone should do that. I think, honestly, the fighters that go in there for the slave money, I think they're idiots. I think the fact that the fighters make 5 to 10% of the revenue of the company is pathetic on just by what the UFC offers and by the fighters, what they demand. I don't know why they don't fucking come together and try and get more money together. I guess Cain did do that. I can't harp him too much for that. He was on that fucking podium table with that scumbag Bjorn. So, man, yeah, I don't... How many fights has Kane got left? The dude's out there. His body's fucking wrecked. He's got a few left in him. He's smoking his weed, having a good old time. Saying, yeah, I want to come back and prove I'm best in the world. But he sees the paydays. The game's changed, man. The game's changed. I don't know how many fights he's got left on contract, but, man, you sit out that many fucking years, and they still got exclusive rights to your contract? These are some crazy, like, way in favor of the promotion contracts these guys are signing. I don't know who's advising them to sign these things, man.
Yep, that's how it is, man. It's like once you sign that contract, you're UFC for life. He's gonna have to fight. He's gonna have to sign the contract and fight, or he's gonna have to sit out some more. I mean, that's pretty much it is. He's pretty much either gonna take a fight, accept the offer, or continue sitting on the sidelines.
Man, I don't know about that, because who's your big names? Alistair Overeem's your big name at heavyweight. He's on a losing streak. Stipe was your previous champion. He still might be big. I just don't think they've marketed to the blue collar like they really should. But he just got knocked the hell out. Kane's out there, got that previous champ, different demographic, man. I think he's worth the fucking money. And it's smart of him, man. I don't know who his manager is. Nate Diaz got fucked over. They held him out so long. He eventually had to come back and accept a fight against who he thought he was a good matchup against, Michael Johnson. He picked correctly. He picked the right venue. It was a big old UFC on Fox show, headlined by Cerrone and shit. Nate Diaz is from California. Fucking, and he got a bigger pop over in Florida than almost everyone on that card. Fucking skyrockets himself into a title shot versus Conor with an epic call out. I don't know if Kane can do an epic call out or anything. But maybe you're right. Maybe he's just got to take that fucking fight, take one on the chin, make something epic happen, and then try demanding more the next one. But when you're unhappy, why would you wait just one more fight to renegotiate? That's always the pipe dream, right? No, just stay champion, and one more fight, you'll make that money, man. It's all going to change next time, you know. That's kind of the pipe dream that UFC feeds you.
Well, I agree with you 100%. I mean, he's definitely worth it. They should pay him millions of dollars. But we know the UFC's cheap. We know the game. So is he gonna have to take what they give him, or is he continue sitting out? So I definitely agree with you though, that he's worth it. He's worth every penny he asked for.
Effing USC. All right, I unmuted the press conference. Trying to get some updates on what's going on here. What's Twitter announcing? Telling us about the presser.
This press conference is low energy.
It had a little bit of energy earlier. I'm not sure what's going on now, though. I'm trying to figure out if he mentioned this Grand Prix yet. They posted that shit. Oh, 2 minutes ago it says, just announced an 8-man Grand Prix in 2019 to crown a new flyweight and lightweight champion. The lightweight was vacated by our man Martin Nguyen. Mighty Mouse and Eddie Alvarez will participate in the tournaments in each of their respective weight classes. I love it.
Oh, they're going to destroy these people.
You'll have to tune in and see, Kevin.
Oh, I will. I'll be tuning in.
All right, let's retweet this. Get that shit out there in the interwebs. Didn't Kane talk about boxing at one point? He should try that. What do you guys
Should try
think?
that and get lit up. No, he can make some money if he fights some lower type, not the best guys, some mid tier guys. But this isn't dirty boxing. You can't put him against the cage and wear on him like that. I don't know if how good his boxing would hold up against a good boxer. You know what I mean?
I don't know. We shall see. But Paige Van Zant is booked against Rachel Ostovich. The Cans are going to battle it out. They're probably going to do it on ESPN if my theory is correct. They're not great. They don't have great records. Let's put them on the prelims of an ESPN Plus card. Oh, and it just so happens it's the first one ever, and the prelims are going to be airing live on ESPN. That's your lead-in to the quote-unquote main card. I'm going to call it right now. This fight's going to get, I don't know, 10 times as many eyeballs as what the main card gets just because they're on ESPN. And the babes are going to battle it out. Your quick prediction, the blondie or the brunette? Paige or Ostovich? Who you got?
Man, if I wanted to watch something like this, I could just turn on Pornhub. You know? This is
Now you get to turn on ESPN, brother, and watch them doing some Reebok.
I mean,
some softcore shit with the clothes on, Kevin.
I'll give Paige Van Zant the edge. I'll give her the edge.
Really?
I really don't care about it. I'm not too. I mean, people are making a big deal, like, oh my goodness, woohoo! But, whatever. I mean, I feel like I'd rather see some better fights.
I'm with you there. It's gonna be weird how they end up doing this different booking. Who's an ESPN Plus fighter? Who's an ESPN fighter? Who's a pay-per-view fighter? Like, because they're all gonna get kind of put in different categories. People are gonna get way different size pushes. The difference between ESPN Plus and ESPN is gonna be 10 times the magnitude. You know, is what I'm predicting. Can Zant has better skills as BLT. I hope one of their implants explodes, says Drunk Savage.
They both got implants, don't they?
I cannot confirm nor deny. David Flores says money is going to be an issue for a minute. It's a new growing sport for sure. Not an American pastime, you can say. Well established, but growing and new. Definitely a draw of all sorts, but martial arts, says Dave Flores Jr. Yeah, that's how ESPN is going to be a big fucking deal. I don't know how many, what are we getting? 10 cards a year on ESPN, and then the pay-per-view prelims are going to be on ESPN. So about 22 cards are going to get the big shine a year. And that's going to, I think the magnitude of that, we don't know how big that's going to be yet.
Oh, yeah. You can see the angle they're already trying to push with this Paige Van Zant Ostovich fight. Trying to bring in the casuals.
Bring in the casuals. All right, what else we got? Man, there was so many fight announcements. Let's go to Big Marcel.
Askren versus Lawler.
Henzo's talking right now? Hold on, what the hell is Henzo saying? Why is there no camera on Henzo?
I think because Billy. What's let's see what Henzo's got to say.
He was thanking him for the opportunity and just had to say how much he loved it. Basically. Henzo's going to come back, though. Henzo's going to be fighting in Japan. We know that. He'll be back for that Japan card. So his one time out of retirement fight. This is it. This is over. Well, it just so happens he's coming back for one more, basically, what we found out. But what else we got fight announcements wise? Ooh, here's a good one. Chad Mendes versus Alexander Volkanovski. The mini Habib. Nice, excellent wrestler out of Australia who's shown excellent wrist control. Well, he's got to take on one of the best that we've seen in the featherweight division. Went to war with Jose Aldo. Chad Mendes got a nice pop in Boise when he won. Now he's on the comeback. Alexander Volkanovski is his next matchup. UFC 232, New Year's Eve. That card is getting even more stacked. Kevin, what did you think of this?
Wow, that's a good fight.
Right?
I got to favor Volkanovski right off the bat, though, because Chad Mendes' chin has been kind of suspect. I think he's been in a bunch of wars. I think Volkanovski can tag Chad Mendes' chin and put him out. But at the same time, Chad Mendes hits hard as hell, and I think Volkanovski's I think he's gonna have a better chin at this point. I think Volkanovski's hasn't been in as many wars, but so I favor Volk in this one. What do you think?
Oh, man, I'm high up on Volkanovski. This is going to be an excellent test for him, though. This is great. This is, let's take a veteran and match him up against the prospect. And I don't know if I should be calling Volkanovski a prospect, but he's a young name not a lot of people know. He came out of many fights down there in the Australian scene, though, and is now getting the love from the mainland. That's what I'm trying to say here. And what a hell of a matchup, though. I'm in a favor of Volkanovski here in this one.
Yeah,
I don't know if he can get it done in 3 rounds. It might be a decision. But great matchup. I love the matchmaking.
I think definitely good matchup. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, definitely good matchup. And then the other side, you got Mirsad Bektic versus who is that dude? The Brazilian guy, Renato. Yeah,
that's another high-level matchup in that division. But let's go to one a little bit more relevant in that division. And that's Korean Zombie versus Yair Rodriguez. The main event coming Saturday night live from Denver. This is epic, man. I love the Korean Zombie, as you guys should know. I got his shirt. 14-4, went out, did his military duty, did his service. Is a patriot for his country, which I will never hate a man for doing. It's kind of mandatory over there, though, but maybe that instills more patriotism into the average human or citizen. Anyhow, he's taking on Yair Rodriguez. And on short notice, Yair coming in here. They really wanted to put him in a main event against Zabit. Now they're going to feed him to Chan Sung Jung, though. Chan Sung Jung got a way bigger name in the Korean Zombie. El Pantera gets a hell of a matchup on short notice. I can't wait for this shit. We're getting 5 rounds of this because it's the main event?
Heck yeah.
Oh my gosh. What do you think,
dude,
Kevin? Who are you favoring so far?
It's a good fight, but dude, they haven't fought in like 2 years, it feels like.
Yeah.
I feel like What in the heck? And they're just coming right into a main event off a 2-year layoff. Pantera, he's coming off that brutal loss to Frankie Edgar where he got destroyed. And Chan Sung Jung, man, he hasn't fought in so long, but I think his last fight he got a knockout. That was pretty good.
I believe he took out Dennis Bermudez in quick order. His last one before that was a title champion loss to Jose Aldo where he injured his shoulder. So didn't get destroyed by Jose like a lot of old people did. Other fighters did.
Yeah. Yeah, I favor Chan Sung Jung if he's able to get this fight to the ground. I feel like he could take this fight to the ground and submit Pantera easily. But
bold matchup. Good prediction. Man, if you guys want to see one of the best defenses to a blast double I've ever seen, go watch Chan Sung Jung when he headlined the card versus Dustin Poirier, and Dustin shoots in on a double for him, and he just does like a backward somersault, ends up mounting him, and from there, I mean, he ends up submitting him in that fight. Epic fucking fight, though. One of the best fights. I go back and watch it on Fight Pass all the time. It's just one of my favorites. And you can see Chan Sung Jung's epic walkout. But for that, you got to go to the main portion of the card. Watch the whole card, or else they cut that shit out. But, man, what else is going on over there?
That was when Dustin Poirier got submitted, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Awesome shit, though. See who else is reporting on this. Big day in Singapore. One championship. Announces to enter the gaming business with their major deal and famous company Razer. In support of other people. Mighty Mouse will help lead the One Esports efforts as its chief brand ambassador. So Mighty Mouse is getting not only fight contract paychecks, but just a paycheck.
Nice. Yeah, that's why I came over there. He's getting paid left and right, ain't he?
Making 3 times the money is what Ali Abdelaziz was saying on the MMA Hour. That's just something he's heard, I guess, out there. Malki Kawa, the man making that deal.
Interesting. What do you think about Perry versus Cowboy?
Oh, I love it. I think... All right, guys. So, I think they announced... Yeah, on the Instagram at least, One Championship Lightweight World Grand Prix and Lightweight Grand Prix were announced. Or, sorry, Flyweight. But let's go to the people's main event. Break this down a little bit. Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus Platinum Mike Perry. And this is definitely something that's going to be getting all the eyeballs. It might be where the peak happens during the broadcast.
This is definitely bringing in the casuals. This has Can Wars written all over it. And I'm all in. Screw it. Even though they're both coming off like loss after loss after loss, I'm totally want to see it. I think it's gonna be an action fight. So screw it. Let's see what happens.
Right, it's gonna be epic. I'm all for it. Donald Cowboy Cerrone, one of my favorites. Mike Platinum Perry, he's got that clip over on all the interwebs. People were gonna bleed. Someone might die. Just getting you hyped as hell. You should watch that before every pay-per-view.
Definitely.
That might be our lead-in, actually. We should probably make that our intro.
I would back Perry on this one.
Not to try and be on the Mike Perry bandwagon, but that's one of the best promos I've ever seen. I can't wait for this shit, dude. Is the old veteran gonna win, or the new favorite, the new club in town, man? The new scene. Seems like the UFC's going for that. Jackson Winklejohn's going for that. But Endeavor would always love for Cerrone to win. They don't hate that at all.
I'm pulling for Cerrone, but I think Mike Perry takes it. I think he might even knock Cowboy out.
That sounds like the best route to victory for him would be a knockout, a KO. But in the chat, BLT, Asian MMA is coming hard in late 2018. Damn straight they are. We've been showing them a little bit of love. I guess we came in slightly ahead of the pack because now it's getting love everywhere. But well-deserved. They're making big moves over here. I wonder if Sage is in attendance here and then he's going to get taken out to a nice dinner. They're going to be whining and dining his ass all weekend. Should be a nice event for him. Eddie Alvarez, I'm excited for your lightweight tournament coming up. DJ, I'm going to watch you potentially become flyweight champion. I mean, that's probably 10-1 odds right now that you're going to do it.
Hey,
Big
wouldn't
shit,
you
though.
rather see Volkanovski versus Mendez as the main event for this card coming up?
You mean the John Jones versus Gustafsson card?
Yeah, wouldn't you rather see them on... No, this card coming up, Chan Sung Jung versus Rodriguez. Wouldn't you rather see Volkanovski versus Mendez instead of this card, instead of this fight?
Yeah, but I don't know. They weren't booked to fight for 2 months beforehand. This fight's happened like 7 weeks before that.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, hypothetically.
Hypothetically, yes. I would be way more stoked for that. And what's the location? Denver, Colorado? Denver, Colorado might be more stoked for that. But I would know. If you told me the Korean Zombie versus Frankie Edgar versus Volkanovski and fucking, what's his name, Chad Mendez, then I would say, give me Frankie Edgar and Korean Zombie. So they kind of, I can't blame them too much on this one.
Yeah.
It's
What
kind
are
of
you
a
gonna
crazy
do?
main event, though. What slotting in Cerrone versus Perry almost makes more sense, but fuck it. It is what it is. Drunk Savage says he's so bummed that Frankie Edgar pulled out. For sure. Always bummed when we don't get Frankie Edgar in a fight that he's slotted up for. Oh, and we're getting a bunch of face-offs for the whole card. The Heart of a Lion card coming up. And the clock's right above me in just 2 days in 1 hour. So 2 a.m. Pacific time come Friday morning. That's when this is going to start. What else you got, Kevin?
Ben Askren versus Robbie Lawler. I know you want to see me beat up Robbie Lawler.
A
What do you
great
think?
quote from Mike Perry. And so let's go back over here. Oh, how long ago was this announced? What are you thinking of this?
Definitely, this is a better test for Askren than I think Till or maybe not Wonder Boy, but definitely versus Till. I think Askren handles Till easily, but Robbie Lawler's got some good wrestling defense, and he got some real heavy hands, one-shot knockout power. So he's like the perfect wrestling kryptonite, sprawling bros. But I still think Askren gets a hold of him and wears him out, takes him down, destroys him. I think maybe like 3-4 years ago, it might be. don't know. I still favor Askren, but man, Robbie Lawler's got some. He's got a perfect style to beat wrestlers with that sprawling brawl. But I think Askren's wrestling is just too good. What do you think?
I don't know. I wasn't loving it just because there was no epic call out for Robbie Lawler. It's pretty much the one guy he gave the most respect to. He even had more words for the Doughboy, Wonder Boy, Doughboy's Till. He said, "Karate don't work on me." I think he understands that Robbie's got a good sprawl and brawl style that will give him troubles. And the one guy who did give him troubles kind of had that style a little bit over at 1. He got a no contest out of that. Didn't take an L or anything. But definite huge step up in competition. Like you said, though, Lawler seems to be on the skid on the last end of his career here. Or I don't know what I'll call it a skid. Just looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Getting beat up, though. Or, the injuries are coming in. Had a close fight on an injured knee with RDA, who's always been a 155er. RDA fast, though. Ben Askren, though, got, from what I can see, no hands. So if he can't chain them takedowns together, I don't know. Can he eat 10 minutes of punches before Robbie Lawler potentially gets
Askren's
tired
got a great
and
chin.
finally starts getting the takedown?
He does.
You think he does?
Askren's the type of fighter, he will keep coming forward. He'll walk him down until he gets a hold of his opponents. He will keep coming forward and like a zombie until he gets the fighter down. So he may miss on the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts, but he's like a Beeb where if he wants that takedown, he's going to get it. Lawler's only hope is landing a bomb on the chin and putting him out, but I just don't see that happening. I think Askren's got too good of a chin for to get knocked out, but crazier stuff has happened.
It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Well, goddamn, I think that's about enough for this show tonight. Guys, thank you all for tuning in for the One Championship Heart of a Lion press conference. Now let's click on this card here so we can check it out. Tune in for the main event. Kevin Bellingong is fighting Bibiano Fernandez. Christian Lee on short notice versus Taguchi Takudome. And we got kickboxing bout, straw weights, all types of crazy shit. I'll let you guys know. Of course, hit the alert button so I can let you know every time we go live. What time's it going to be? If it starts at 2, probably about 3-4 hours from that is when we're going to get going.
David Flores says, David Flores in the chat says, you guys know Askren ain't going to stand with Lawler. You know it. Wow. Good observation there, David.
He's going to try not to.
No doubt.
I've seen him unsuccessful to get a takedown, though. It was quite a sight, so we'll see what happens. But, guys...
Another point is, real quick, another point is Lawler, he got training partners like Logan Storley and Usman. He trains with some really good wrestlers. So that's a point. That's something to look at because it's not like he hasn't seen some good wrestling, good takedown. So yeah, this is a good fight, man. This is one of my favorite fights I'm looking forward to in 2018. I'll leave on that note.
Oh my gosh, Gary Tonin is headlining the freaking prelims. So guys, I guess we're tuning in at whatever time that Gary Tonin fight's gonna start. It's like 6 from the top. Holy fuck. We'll be here about 5 a.m. Pacific time. Maybe. Something like that. I think that's what we're looking at. But all of you sickos, tune in. Thursday morning, 9 a.m. We'll be doing MMA for brunch. Get you all of the other fight announcements that went down and all the other latest and greatest news. Probably touch on some of the stuff we touched on tonight. But Kevin from Chicago, thank you for stopping by. Everyone in the chat, thank you all.
Thanks.
Share this all around since we got the new channel going on. But until next time that everyone's going to be here, which is this weekend, Jay, Kevin will be back.
Run the trap.
Back to you sickos. We're out of here. Peace.